should be in bed.
No.
Bill, please.
Don't touch me. Stay away from me.
I'll get your nurse. You need your digitalis.
I need you out of here. Out of this room, out of my life. I'm not going to bed or anywhere else until you leave.
Stop, Bill, please stop. Look, I'm going. I'm leaving. Please, just put your arm around me and let me help you to bed.
I don't want your help. I don't want you. Go and find your lover and take care of him.
For the love of God, will you listen to me? That didn't matter. It didn't mean anything.
What it meant is very plain on those tapes.
No, playing, stupid, vain. It didn't matter. I'd take it back in a minute if I could. I don't care about Roger. All I care about is you. Please don't do this to yourself.
Huh?
Bill?
My arm.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my God. No, no.
I don't want to die.
You won't. You won't. You will not. No.
In red and
Strange this morning.
How?
Nerve endings everywhere. I mean, he's ready to jump on anything. Just a shade more than irrational.
The thing I've noticed most often is the change in energy and the mood swings.
Yeah, I know. You know, it crossed my mind that he might be taking something. Amphetamines is the obvious choice, but I mean, somehow it just doesn't add up. He'd be hyper and running himself down the way he is, but I don't think he'd be coming unglued like this.
Well, it's not as if he weren't carrying a tremendous emotional load. There's all the wonderful things that Delia gives him, guilt and frustration and anger. He's got to be furious at her, even if he can't admit it.
Yeah, sure.
And then a terrific amount of anxiety about the letters of reprimand and Angel and what was going to happen to his residency.
Well, that's all over now.
No, but he used up a lot of emotional energy getting through it. And the strike on top of that.
Well, so you think it's emotional, not physical?
I don't know. I think when you've been in emotional trouble, it's easier to accept it's happening to your friends. You've never needed psychiatric help, have you?
No, I just keep rolling along cheerfully, repressing whatever it is I have to repress.
Do you think Pat would see someone? Al Pagano, maybe?
Well, it'd be the right choice. Because he knows the situation firsthand from Delia, but, I mean, who'd be more considerate of Delia's husband than Delia's psychiatrist?
Why don't you talk to Pat about it, Buck?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, no, not me. You.
Why me?
Well, I just asked him how he was feeling this morning, and he told me to mind my own business. I mean, just figure what he'd say if I suggested that he might like to see a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Besides, I mean, I think he'd be more inclined to listen to you than anybody else. And I don't think we should involve the Ryan family in this. I mean, at least not yet.
No, you're right. Not without telling Pat first anyway. Oh, the problem is that I have tried very hard to keep things carefully balanced with Pat and me. Close, but not too close, you know?
Yeah, I know.
And the way I've managed that is by not asking any questions and not trying to know anything more than I have to and trying to stay as far away from his personal life as I can.
Okay, look, how long has it been since you really talked?
More than casually? Well, it's been a while.
You got a few minutes now?
I'm off duty.
Terrific. Look, just go down to X-ray. I mean, just wander by, try to get him talking, and just see what you think. And I mean, and if at time seems appropriate, and if an opening appears, then just suggest that it might help if he let off a little steam without.
Well, I guess the worst that could happen is that he'd punch me in the mouth.
No. The worst would be if neither one of us gets through to him. Because I really think old Patrick needs some help.
Yeah. I'll go see if I can find him.
be bad. It's gonna be worse than I thought. But if I can get through till tonight without a pill, I'll sleep. It has to be better in the morning.
Bill. Bill. Help! Help! Come in here and help! Somebody help! Help! Will you please get Dr. Moultrie? My husband has just had a heart attack. Bill? Really? Can you hear me? Bill, hold on. Please hold on. I'm so sorry.
Okay, go inside.
No pulse. Ken, get that crash cart in here. Paddles, take over there, Morris. Back. Back. Now,
No pulse.
once more. Now,
Perceptible pulse.
all right. All right, that's good enough for now. Let's get him in the bed. Go lay your Morris. Get his buttocks, get his head. We're gonna do it on a 3 count. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. There he goes. All the way up. Okay, up you go. Get his head. Good. Over here, stand around.
Here we go. Can you pull him up just a little bit? How bad is it?
I can't answer that quite yet, Mrs. Woodard. All right, let's get some oxygen in here, Morris.
Yes,
and I want
doctor.
him monitored immediately. I also want an IV, 5%
All
dextrose
right.
and water. His digitalis level should be adequate. I'll prescribe further when we've determined the amount of damage. Ken, go to the lab. I want blood drawn for enzyme samples and enzyme levels. It's all right, Mr. Woodard. Just relax. You had a little trouble, but we've got the situation well in hand. Now, don't pay this oxygen mask any mind. I want you to breathe deeply. You understand? Okay. Now, Mrs. Woodard is still here, and everything is going to be fine.
Everything's going to be all right, darling.
Dr. Moultrie,
Yes.
I'm going to step outside for a minute. If anything happens, will you tell me?
Of course I will.
Dr. Moultrie, will we move him to intensive care?
Morris, I don't want him moved an inch. For all intents and purposes, he is in intensive care, okay?
Ray. What's wrong?
Bill just had another heart attack.
Oh, my God. How bad?
They didn't say, it just happened. I think it's a bad one.
How did it happen?
I was with him. My fault, actually.
How could it possibly be your fault?
Well, we were fighting. I knew better, but I just couldn't seem to stop. I'd done something that displeased him. I knew he was furious. But instead of just shutting my mouth and getting out of the room, I had to stay there and justify myself. And then the next thing I knew, he was out of the bed. He was in a rage. He collapsed on the floor and his heart stopped. They had to use the electrical shocks. I am such a fool. I want him to live.
Of course you do. Come over here, sit down.
I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I kept on going. I wanted him to understand exactly what happened, you know? So stupid. Because I knew he was very upset. He'd been listening to the tape.
What tape?
Cassette I made. It's the reason Bill is so angry. Still in the machine.
I was. Pat?
Hi.
Oh, don't get up, please. Don't get up. I'd die of guilt. Are you sick?
I think I'm fighting something off. Actually, it feels like the flu.
No fever?
No, maybe a little sub. But I ache in every joint. My head feels like it's full of cotton. No, not cotton.
Oatmeal.
Yeah, good.
So what are you doing down here anyway?
Waiting for pictures of Mrs. Wood's vertebrae. Carl really admires Mrs. Wood's vertebrae. At last count, he'd taken over 20 plates. What are you doing here?
I was sort of on my way home.
That sounds nice. I wish I could say the same.
Tell Clem. I know he'll let you go. And Buck's upstairs. He'll cover for you.
No, I want to be here. I don't want to leave. I'm better off with something to do.
I wish you could go off somewhere to a long white beach and just sleep in the sun.
Yeah.
In about a month.
It sounds like what happens to good residents when they die.
You ought to at least get yourself a sweater. I'd love to be able to get on the phone, order 2 tickets and hotel reservations in Bermuda, and get you out of here today.
I'm okay. I just need to sit for a while. It's much better just talking to you. Just being with you helps. Do you know how much I miss you?
The problem is I'm not sure how to say I'm worried about you without just coming right out and saying I'm worried about you. Because I know how much you want us all to mind our own business. I hate her for doing this to you. It isn't the strike or work or flu or anything except Delia.
It's all right. Thanks. I can handle it. There's really nothing to worry about. Except that I've made a bad mistake, and I don't see any way out of it. Dee won't let me go. And if she did, I couldn't ask you to trust me again. It's been tough 2 or 3 months, but I'm really getting myself together now.
No, you're not. I can see you're not. But you have to lie to me, don't you? I wish I felt more reassured.
I wish I could say what I want to say. What I should have said before it was too late. I'm really gonna be all right, Faye.
You can't let yourself get any closer to me than a polite, cautious friend. And as long as you're committed to Delia, I can't think about you any other way. How did we let her mess things up so badly? Okay, Dr. Ryan. I'll take your word for it.
It's funny, but right now, if you could look at me and smile and say, let's forget the last year, I think I could leave Delia to grow up all by herself. And take your hand and get out of here so fast. Spend the rest of my life loving you, and being free and alive together.
I want you, but I can't have you. Now or ever. And that's really that. If you're really, really not coming down with pneumonia or the plague or whatever, I think I'll wander over to the Ryans and see if there's any news on Mary.
Terrific. You on tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'll see you then. So. I do love you.
Next.
Give him 5 milligrams of isopropanol in solution, slow drip, and I want him to have 1 gram of quinidine daily in 3 oral doses. You can start him now.
All right.
Morris, I'm going to find Mrs. Woodard and bring her up to date.
Hey, that cassette isn't going anyplace. Why don't you take care of business later? Is Royal here?
Royal, no, he's not, and I have to call him.
Ray, Bill's heart was badly damaged the first time around. You know that. He knew it. You did your best to protect him, but nobody, not even W.P. Woodard, can be sheltered from all kinds of tension 24 hours a day. And especially not Bill, because he wasn't willing to...
Mrs. Woodard, excuse me.
Sure. How are you?
How is he?
Not good.
What are his chances?
Well, his heart has taken a lot of punishment. There is a marked arrhythmia. His chances of surviving the next 48 hours, I regret to say, are very slim.
All right. Thank you for being so honest. Is he awake?
He is, but he's resting.
May I see him?
Of course, but only briefly, okay?
I'll call Royal and wait for you here.
Thank you.
Hey, things going a little better? Huh? Good, good. Look, I don't want you to feel trapped behind that mask. You know, it's just only oxygen. And if you have a need that you want to tell us something, you just lift it straight up, just like that, and say it, okay? Okay. In the meantime, I just want you to relax and take it easy. Okay, you can have a turn with him while I write up his chart.
Please don't do that. I love you. I'm sorry. I want you well. I want to be with you.
You're the most important person in my whole life. I never loved anybody the way I love you. Every good thing that ever happened to me, I owe you. I just want to be with you. Only you. Nobody else. Please. Bill? I'm so scared.
Go away.
Settle in for a night of drama featuring the biggest stars from your favorite TV shows and movies. It's your night for a great film with the Sunday Night Movies, every Sunday night at 10 on SoapNet.